It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Do current market conditions have you nervous? Our experienced team of financial professionals at Heritage Harbor Financial Associates understands that no two investors are alike. We all have different goals, needs, and appetites for risk. That's why the one-size-fits-all approach does not work, especially when planning for retirement. At Heritage Harbor Financial Associates, we analyze your unique investment style so that you can work toward your individual retirement goals on your terms. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates can help you take steps to reach your retirement goals by providing a wide array of financial products to fit your needs, even for the risk adverse. Give us a call at 631-331-6599 to learn more or to set up an appointment with one of our financial professionals. You can also find us on the web at hhfa.org or on Facebook at facebook.com/hhfa.org. Our number again is 631-331-6599. That's 631-331-6599. Investments in stock, bonds, and mutual funds and variable annuities are not FDIC insured and are subject to fluctuation in value and market risk, including loss of principal. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates offers securities through AXA Advisors LLC, New York, New York. Member FINRA, SIPC. Annuity and insurance products offered through AXA Network LLC.
Edward Lehman has been a trusted insurance advisor for over 16 years with insurance solutions for auto, home, commercial, life, and retirement. He's located at 54 Sunnyside Boulevard, Suite H in Plainview. That's just 1,000 feet south of 495. Local agent, local advice. The time to think about insurance is before you need it. So do yourself a favor and before you pay your next insurance bill, give Ed and his team a call, 516-935-3900, or visit him online at www.allstate.com/EL. Edward H. Lehman Insurance is your trusted insurance advisor.
Be fearless at MMA Long Island and Seituha Karate. Located at 28 Colt Court in Ronkonkoma, MMA Long Island is the martial arts school for you if you want to learn combat-proven techniques, build confidence, discipline, and self-esteem while learning real martial arts to fight back against bullies, predators, and peer pressure. MMA Long Island offers group and private lessons for all ages and levels in traditional Goju-Ryu Karate, MMA, and self-defense. MMA Long Island is one of Long Island's most affordable martial arts schools. There are no promotion, belt, or membership fees, and family discounts are available. All classes are taught by 7th degree black belt Sensei John Benedict with over 30 years teaching experience. So whether you want to get in the ring or protect yourself and your family, MMA Long Island can help you reach your goals. Visit MMALongIsland.com. That's MMALongIsland.com or call or text 516-381-9660. That's 516-381-9660.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
This week's episode of the Sports Lords is also brought to you by Alec Boehm's No Touch Hookup app, a new way for nerds to make love during COVID without touching. Get to home base without touching it at all. Philadelphia Phillies third baseman Alec Boehm has never touched a man or a woman, and he'll teach you his secrets. And now it's time for the Sports Lords!
We're live.
Oh, we're live. It's the Sports Lords on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
What's up? This is big time, boys. We're big time now.
We're live. We're on video. You can see us.
Already mistakes on my end. You know, we're going.
Diego's
great.
already screwing everything up.
I've already messed it up, but hey, that's what we are. You know, we're a bunch of screw ups.
Yeah,
that's the truth, man.
That's our brand, our hashtag brand.
But yeah, we're really excited to be live with you guys on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. I'm Diego. I guess I'll lead it off. I'm Diego. I don't know if you can see it on the little call here, but yeah, grew up in Atlanta, living in Buffalo right now, and ready to shoot the bull here.
My name's Kevin. I'm also from Atlanta. I live in New Jersey. I live right by the Statue of Liberty over here.
Oh, Jersey Cavalry.
Forget about it.
Oh, you gotta freaking forget about it, man. Yeah, so I love sports, and I hope that we can all learn about sports together, maybe have some laughs along the way.
Maybe.
Yeah. My name's Jimmy. I'm also from Atlanta, and I currently live in Atlanta.
Whoa.
The deep South. But yeah, I just for you folks out there who are new, we're all about laughs on this show. We really put laughs first, and sports laughs are 1A, sports are 1B/2, maybe something like that.
This ain't your daddy's sports show. Unless your dad listens to us right now, then it is your daddy's sports show. But we're not take smiths. We don't get into like the breakdowns or analytics and stuff. Because that stuff is already out there. You know what I mean? We're just a couple Joes. We're some dick in the dirt Joes, just sitting around at the bar talking sports with your friends.
That's right.
We're lunch pail guys, regular guys, just talking sports, having some laughs,
Exactly. So, crack open an ice cold brewski. If you're on the road, why not crack open an ice cold brewski and chug it on down behind the wheel?
We've covered it before. If you don't stop and you just keep going, they can't do anything to you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Police can't arrest you for that if you are going very fast.
It's the rules from Grand Theft Auto actually do work in the real world. So
yeah, little known fact.
Yeah, most people don't realize that.
Yeah, but yeah, so we're gonna have fun. It's a little bit different type of a show. It's just loosey goosey. We have some like friends of the show and some like things that we've developed over time. You can find us where you find podcasts if you want to catch up. We've interviewed athletes, heads of state, ghosts, even. We've interviewed all kinds of people, so you can go back and check it out. And I'm bringing that up because I do want to bring up, like, normally we don't talk about the ads, but there was one ad just now, the Alec Baum app, the touchless sex app. The raspy voice you may have heard to the new listener, that he is part of our show. He's our good friend. He doesn't like to appear on camera, but his name is Herb Nerdsworth. He's our announcer, and he's a legend. He's been around forever. He was announcer for the Charlotte Hornets at one point. He's dated Ruth Bader Ginsburg. He, I think, sold or bought or both pills to Rush Limbaugh. He tried to wife swap with Larry King.
He's a legendary guy.
He's a legendary guy, and you're going to get to know him. You're going to hear him before every one of our shows.
Yeah, and just so you know, like, if you try to Google Herb Nerdsworth, nothing's going to come up, but that's because he's currently being tracked and persecuted by the deep state. So he's off the grid. Yeah, he's off the grid, and they've erased all record of his existence off the internet. So just don't worry about that. He's a legend.
But he's a great guy, really good. You're going to hear him. He might even have like a column up on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network app, which you should download if you don't have already. And on the website, Herb might have a column because he's got stories, crazy stories from his whole career, like his 80-year career, however long it's been. But that's who that was. That app, by the way, sounds great for touchless sex.
Yeah, Alec Baum's. It's a hookup app. Not explicit. Well, it's not sex because it's touchless.
Right.
But it's hookup, and if you're not familiar, Alec Baum is the third baseman for the Phillies. I think he's in his second year. And he's just he's kind of got a baby face. He's a very soft, smooth looking young man. And I think it's really cool that he's doing that for people.
Yeah. He's taking the icky part out of sex, which I think for nerds that's a major hang up, the icky part. So
it's like that movie Demolition Man when Sylvester Stallone's character goes to the future and he tries to hook up with Sandra Bullock's character, but in the future when they have sex, it's all like mental. And he doesn't like it, and he's like, "Oh, what happened to the hunka chunka?"
What's going
calls it
on?
hunka chunka, as we all referred to sex. You know, the hunka chunka.
Chunka.
The hunka chunka.
So yeah, Alec Baum, I think, saw that and just ran with it, and it fits really well with what happened over the weekend because he didn't touch home plate there either, and it worked out. So.
Oh yeah, big old asterisk by that.
We'll get into the sports later, I guess.
We'll get into that later. But Demolition, is that the one with Sandra Bullock and it's
him and
Bullock?
Wesley Snipes?
Oh, okay.
It's
I'm
a great
confusing
movie.
it with am I confusing it? I don't know.
John Spartan, that's who Sylvester Stallone plays. John Spartan goes in the future, and Simon Phoenix is Wesley Snipes.
That's awesome.
You know what I remember about that movie is I believe that's the one where he's in the future and he goes to the bathroom. He's like, "Oh, where's the toilet paper?"
Yeah, there's 3 seashells in there. What am I supposed to do? And they're like, "You don't know the 3 seashells?" And everyone laughs at him. Oh, and Dennis Leary lives underground with the underground dirt poor people because he's fed up with it. He wants grease. He's sick of this healthy crap that the future has, you know, because Dennis Leary was.
Oh, yeah. Dennis Leary. Boston. He's the most Boston guy ever.
Yeah. I haven't seen the film, but I'll definitely start using hunka chunka with my wife. I think she'll like that. So
he calls it the Wild Mambo, the hunka chunka, and something else. I don't remember, but it like stuck out forever. I mean, clearly like 20 years later, I remember it.
Yeah.
But Wesley Snipes is great in it. Simon Phoenix, one of the best villains. Highly recommend that action flick if you haven't seen it. I hear they're rebooting it, which is great. I need more Wesley Snipes in my life. I don't know why he's not in more movies.
Yeah, and that's got to be our movie pick of the week. I'm playing around with the soundboard, you know.
Flawless.
We're gonna like some things will stay, some things will go. But you know, we're gonna have some fun.
Feet wet. Yeah. We're experimenting here, so you guys just bear with us while we get.
Yeah. You might hear this in the future.
It's a good one.
Anyway,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Nice. Laser blast.
Yeah.
I got it.
Laser blast. That'd be appropriate for Demolition Man, you know?
Sure.
What's going on over here?
Oh, crap.
Hey, I'm hanging out at Mar-a-Lago.
It'd be fun if they sent Sylvester Stallone's character from Copland into the future.
Yeah.
You know?
That
Just a really dumb cop.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, this is what you're going to get, guys. This is it.
This is what we do.
But yeah, should we get in?
Winning.
Sorry,
That's
let me get that one more time.
Super
winning.
Dude,
we're back in
2009, man.
Yeah.
The good old day.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's all the tiger blood we got in us is just you're making us crazy. But what's up on the docket first, boys?
Well, so now you know a little bit about us, and you know we're going to get to sports eventually. We want to start. We've been waiting to talk about this for a while.
Yeah, this is a story
article.
I had written down, and I met Jimmy wasn't on our last episode, so like I wanted to make sure he was here because I wanted all 3 of us because rule of 3s, it all works. Because Jimmy, I think, was on a mission in space, is what we were discussing last week.
Yeah, I really can't talk about that. I'll just say I've been hanging out with Elon Musk. Elon Musk.
Yeah,
I've been hanging out with him a lot, and we've been doing space stuff. That's really all I can say.
Hey, it's cool, man. Getting ready for that SpaceX mission.
Yeah.
But this story we had written down because it's kind of a wild one, a little bit not really sports related at all. But there was a baby, I believe, in Iran who was born with 3 penises.
Damn.
And that seems pretty intense.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that's just our, that's as many penises as there are on this podcast or this show, I should say.
And just as big.
Yeah.
But it's like, what is he overcompensating for already, dude? Come on.
Yeah. Geez.
Yeah, you're a baby.
Like, just be cute.
Yeah. Chill, bro.
It's crazy. So
but it's weird that the New York Post decided that it was like, you know what? There's not a lot going on in the world. We got to share this news.
Yeah. Well, it's a top-notch journalistic institution, man. So they have to do right by the people and deliver this. The funny thing is, I'm looking at the article on the website right now, and there's a tab up above for another story that says woman finds out she has 2 vaginas while giving birth. So they're really on this multiple genitalia.
They're going to run with that. If you have a weird amount of private parts, you're gonna make the New York Post.
Yeah.
And that qualifies as a news story that Matt Taibbi referred to as "Isn't that weird?" It's literally just like it's clickbait to just say, "Hey, isn't that weird?" There's no point. We don't need to know about the baby born with 3 I mean, it's fun to know about him.
Yeah.
And it was like, he's fine. Just for anyone that's concerned, he's totally fine. 2 of them were removed. There was no urethra running through all 3 of them. Only one of them had it like normal. So the others were just like little growths that were removed. So it wasn't even like full on peen.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like a little defect, and he's going to be great. He'll be fine.
I was hoping that story would end with him having 3 girlfriends. But
yeah. Well, I was going to
boyfriends or whatever,
I was going to say there's this 2 vagina woman. You have a 3 penis baby. Now, granted, they're probably many decades apart in age, but at some point they could meet and, have something. I don't know.
Would she get double pregnant at once?
Maybe. Yeah.
Like not twins, but double pregnant.
Right. Yeah. Maybe that's like in a sci-fi movie, like Children of Men or something, when all like babies can't be born anymore. It all comes down to the 3 penis man and the 2 vagina woman to keep the species alive. Again, I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
Yeah. We're just sports.
I mean,
all
I have to say about that baby though is sorry. I'm just having fun with the soundboard.
Also, yeah, we're just sports lords. We don't know. And I do want to say before we actually do get into sports, because we are going to talk some sports. I forgot in our intro to also specify about ourselves. The 3 of us are real life, actual lords of Kerry. We own property in Ireland and are lords. We're real lords.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have the certificate here in the studio.
I have mine as well.
Sure. So I can prove it. If anyone out there doesn't believe it, I will prove it.
Yeah. And the main reason we're telling you guys this is just so that if you run into us in public or have any kind of online interaction with us, we expect a certain level of respect because of our titles.
For sure.
So just
That's
know
right.
that.
Yeah. Exactly. Well said, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Respect us.
Yes.
But yeah, I believe everything we've done up to this point has proven that we deserve maximum respect.
Yeah. If you haven't picked up on that yet, it should be clear now. Yeah.
And then guess what? You don't respect us? We're coming at you with one of these. And if you keep disrespecting us, guess what? Here comes a couple more. So heads up.
Yeah. But yeah, should we get into some sporting talk?
Yeah, why don't we ease in, because I wanted to ask first, did you guys get a chance to see Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers host Jeopardy last week.
I saw one episode.
Yeah, like I said, I was in space doing hunka chunka stuff with models and Elon Musk. So I missed that, but I have seen a couple of clips. Very stiff.
I was gonna say I don't understand why people are so excited about him because he has come out and said himself that he wants to take over that job. But like he kind of sucks. Like of all the athletes, he's not the most charismatic or fun.
Yeah. No, he's not fun. He's kind of monotone. He's a little stiff.
Low energy.
He's very low energy. He's got some swagger, some gravitas, I'll say. But, why don't we play? I got a little clip loaded up just to give you an idea. If you haven't seen it, we're just going to hear this. But just a taste of what Aaron Rodgers is like as host of.
Category for final today is daytime TV personalities. And the clue. Accepting a Lifetime Achievement Emmy, he said, just take 10 seconds to think of the people who have helped you become who you are. You have 30 seconds. Good luck.
So anyway, that's just to give you an idea. That whole thing, that's somebody should show him how to like talk, I don't know, in a way that makes people want to listen.
Yeah, because Alex was very like into the show, but he had a little zing zang or something that he would bring into the questions and hype them up.
Yeah. Well, there doesn't seem like there's a lot of energy behind Aaron Rodgers' delivery. Like it sounds like he took an edible like 4 to 5 hours before they started shooting, and he's like just coming down off the edible.
7,400.
Low energy.
Sorry. Yeah, and that was the same in the guest. Like, because after the first commercial break, the host will always go to the contestants and they'll learn a little bit about them. And he was pretty disinterested, which is fine. But he also
it's my least favorite part of the show. I don't care about those nerds at all.
I will respectfully disagree because I like.
Thank you for the respect.
Yeah,
we're a lord. I have to respect you, but I did.
This is our debate style for people who are watching. No.
So, because I remember there's a great clip of Trebek where someone says their hobby or something, and he's like, "So in other words, you're a nerd." I liked that about Trebek, that he was not afraid to make fun of nerds for being nerds on the show. I don't think. But I just think Aaron Rodgers, he doesn't have the wit, I don't think, of a Trebek.
My fear is that if he takes over this job, will we not get State Farm commercials anymore? I mean, who's going to give the discount double check? Like, I can't live without that.
That's a pretty disturbing thought. Yeah.
I think he could pull double duty, because if you think about it, Alex Trebek, right up basically until the end, he was doing his own insurance commercials with Colonial Penn.
That's true.
Yeah.
So
Colonial Penn money. Hell yeah.
So we wouldn't be deprived of our precious State Farm commercials
discount
that we all love. Jake from State Farm, another charismatic guy. So anyway, that's
and Chris Paul and Patrick Mahomes, all super great.
Oh, yeah.
But that said, we got another week of Aaron Rodgers doing Jeopardy this week. So
yeah, gonna have to tune in. Yeah.
You have to. You're gonna have to.
Required.
I mean, I watch Jeopardy every day. I'm trying to get on. I don't think I've passed the test. They don't tell you if you do or not. So I have a feeling I have not. It's pretty hard.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I saw from Aaron Rodgers on there is that one of the contestants sort of trolled him about how the Packers kicked that field goal at the end of the playoff game.
Well, yeah, that's at the end of this clip if you want me to cue it up. But what actually, instead of me queuing it up, could you explain that? Because the reference was lost on me.
Trying to remember. I think the Packers had the ball late.
A field goal did nothing, basically.
Yeah.
Like they just should have gone for it.
It was like 4th and goal from like the 8-yard line. And they could have scored a touchdown and gotten a 2-point conversion maybe to tie it, or I think. but instead they just kicked a field goal, hoping they'd get a stop and get the ball back. But there was like a minute and a half left or something. It was
The odds were very bad, and so the contestant asked, like, it was like, yeah, was that your decision, basically? Because Matt LaFleur took a bunch of crap like after the game back when it happened.
So okay, because Aaron Rodgers took it in good humor, but at the end of the day, that's what you call a game show lose.
I wonder if Aaron Rodgers gave that guy like a huge wedgie after the show or something.
Yeah, he like beat the crap out of him.
They played a clip because he was like joking around, but you can't hear what they're saying. But Jeopardy released the audio on social media, and he was like, "You are my favorite person ever for saying like." So I think he enjoyed it. I don't know. He at least pretended to.
Yeah. He didn't really show much when it happened, but I guess that's just his boring personality.
Like with Aaron Rodgers hosting, I know he's like super good pals with Pat McAfee now. And it's like, I'd rather Pat McAfee be the host of Jeopardy because he's way more charismatic. And he's got that weird, like Eastern Pennsylvania kind of good old fashioned accent.
Real dick in the dirt type accent.
Yeah, he's a little
real
punter.
coal mining son of a bitch.
Yeah, but he's a great wrestler.
My favorite part of I don't have the clip, but Aaron Rodgers, a guy from Westchester, New York, named Pasquale Palumbo.
Oh,
he was doubled up with the gold chains, which I liked, and he was a high school football coach. He won one day in Jeopardy, I think, and Aaron Rodgers was like, "So I hear we're football. We have a football connection," and the guy was like, "Yeah, so." And he went on to like give this convoluted reason that it was like the guy who coached me was coached by this guy, was coached by this guy, and that guy one time poured you a beer or something like that. And Aaron Rodgers' response was like, "Okay," and then that was it.
The guy that coached me one time saw you on TV, and then his buddy went to a football game, and you weren't playing, but someone else was, and then they went to a game, and then they saw you, and then we're friends.
Wow,
you had a dream one time, and you were in it. Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah. So, I might be a little rough on Aaron, but hey, he's not the worst host I've seen so far, the guest host, but I don't think he's cut out for that job.
I will say I'm happy he's getting this opportunity, as three people who have been trying to get into the entertainment industry, and we all have friends who are also struggling, actors, comedians, whatever, I'm glad that like they're not getting opportunities, and Aaron Rodgers, who doesn't do a lot for a living or have any kind of platform opportunities, finally getting a chance to shine and to do something, none of these other people who are talented and are trying to do stuff. It's great.
Exactly.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
And if I could just add one thing, it would be
hell yeah.
You can add that.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, what else is on the docket today, gentlemen?
Well, I mean, there was an NCAA men's basketball champion crowned last week.
Yeah, because we recorded prior to that finale.
Yeah. So, that game kind of sucked.
Yeah, congrats to Baylor once again for the Baptists killing the Jesuits.
Yeah, exactly. For me, that game just boiled down to Baptists versus Catholics, and you guys, we all fall on the same side in that one. So a little disappointing, but hey, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do at the end of the day? What are you gonna do? But that was a blowout. That wasn't even close. Like
no.
Baylor, I think, took the lead. It was like 9-0 to start, and they never gave up the lead.
No.
Yeah.
I went to bed early, like, because I work early anyway, but it was also like, this is gonna be the moment they tipped off, you could tell like Baylor was ready to go, and Gonzaga was just
they were so fired up. Baylor, It was like very, very intense defense going on. They did not let up.
But hey, good for if they would have had Assistant Gene and Gonzaga, maybe.
Hey, they didn't pray right. You got to pray better next time, boys.
It's as simple as that.
That's all it comes down to.
But yeah, that came in wet. I'm glad.
Yeah,
the
NCAA
season made it. They made it. It was few illnesses, I guess.
Then they finished their season, and we can go back to not paying attention to college basketball until next March.
Right.
Exactly.
Totally.
Because I'm pretty sure us and probably most people listening, most sports fans in general, that's about the only time you care about college basketball.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, congrats Baylor Bears.
Yeah, you did it.
Rawr, freaking did it. Yeah. Or, you might say they don't have a bear sound on here, so that was an elephant.
Oh, I thought that was a bear fart.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, that's also not. All right.
That would be if the Gonzaga Bulldogs won, then I would be given some barks.
Should we get into the baseball next?
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, that's strongly associated with baseball, that trumpet sound there. Not horse racing.
How about this?
There we go.
Crack of the bat. It's time for baseball.
Yeah.
So yeah, in our baseball coverage, as we continue to do this, and hopefully people continue watching and listening, we're gonna focus a little bit on our Atlanta Braves, but we're gonna talk about the whole league. Don't worry. But we are Atlanta Braves fans. And I guess we can go back to that commercial we were talking about earlier. Maybe we lead off there with the Alec Baum situation.
Well, yeah, it was national news, national sports news, because last night, nationally broadcast Sunday Night Baseball, Braves Phillies ended controversially with a Alec Baum tagging up from third base, getting thrown out at home. It's called safe. It looked like he was safe. And then on the replay, it was unclear. And then as soon as the umpires reviewed it and called him safe, they showed another angle that clearly showed he was out.
Yeah.
Never touched the plate.
No, he never touched. His foot kind of skipped right over home plate and he was tagged out. But Major League Baseball upheld the call of safe. I don't really know why. And the game ended. And Brian Snitker, the Braves manager, came out and argued. I believe he should have gotten thrown out, and he should have gone all in on that and just
he should have taken Bobby Cox's spirit into him and just done what Bobby used to do.
Yeah, it was a little disappointing that he didn't get ejected because Bobby would have just like dropped so many F-bombs on those umps instantly. I mean, he would have destroyed them. So a little disappointing. Also, Braves fans littered the field with trash and delayed the game briefly. And there's been mixed reaction to that, including the Braves' own Dansby Swanson saying he was disappointed in the fans and that was disrespectful, which I thought was a little bit of a weenie boy take from Dansby there.
Well, he's kind of a weenie boy. He's like a little pretty boy who pushes his own clothing line and
he's a Vandy guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
The Vandy Bible boy.
Come on, Vandy, get out.
Vandy Bible boy. It's and I think that's whatever. I hate when players do that where they're like, do better, fans, and it's like it's a sporting event. They're there to drink beer and cheer their team and get mad when things go wrong.
And we've talked about it before. It's like, as Braves fans, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, because it's like the criticism is always oh, no one cares. Atlanta fans are bad. They're not passionate. And it's like when we throw stuff on the field and get angry, everyone's upset.
Yeah, exactly. Like in the 90s, especially in the late 90s, when a Braves division round series, playoff home game didn't sell out, the national media would be like, oh, geez, these Atlanta fans, you can barely get them to come out to the game. And it was back then, it was well, the Braves have won the division like 8 years in a row. And we usually make it past the first round anyway. You're like, we got shit on so much in the 90s for being weak fans. Pardon my French. And then, yeah, the minute Braves fans show like any passion, it's like, geez, these uncivilized freaks down in Atlanta can't control themselves.
But the
Right.
dog pound in Cleveland does it, and it's like, oh, the dog pound, they're
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I like it when our hometown fan base shows passion like that and defies the stereotype of being passive and fair weather. So like national media or Dansby, you can shove it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
I like Dansby Swanson. I think he's a talented player. But I think it's like, just shut up, man. Like, no one
And to go
asks
back-
you. Or
And to go back to the
Okay.
replay, like replay's so stupid. It's just there to protect the umpires. Like they'll never go against an umpire's call. It's so dumb.
It's amazing how bad MLB is at all of this kind of stuff. Like, because it's in a way, it's like a PR issue too. Because, well, first of all, this is the second umpiring mistake, like high profile umpiring mistake in the first week of the season, basically.
Mhm.
And they just can't do it right. It's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know why they're so bad at this.
Should we get into the Conforto one
Let's do it.
since you've alluded to it? Because like
Yeah.
there was the other mistake, the New York Mets game ended in controversy as well, where Michael Conforto basically got called out on strikes
Yeah.
like initially, but he leaned into the pitch and it grazed his elbow. And so then the umpire was like, oh, wait, never mind. Take your base. And the bases were loaded. So the run scored, and that ended the game on a walk-off. And Don Mattingly for the Marlins came out and argued, and that play cannot be reviewed. So it's just, sorry, Marlins, you lose.
Yeah. Really stupid stuff. And, I don't know if I'm going to piss off some of our new fans here, but I got to say, pretty cowardly stuff from Conforto there. Like, come on, dude. Like, I get the like win at all costs mentality, maybe, but like, you got to take a swing, man. Like, I don't know. It just seems like Bush League.
And the rule stated is that you, not only are you supposed to like not try to get hit by a ball, you're supposed to do everything you can to avoid getting hit by the ball.
Yeah.
So like that's on the batter as well.
Yeah. And if it's a strike, it can't be a hit by a pitch.
Exactly. If it's a
Yeah.
strike
Yeah.
that he didn't swing at, then it's,
Yeah.
it's a strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So-
frustrating though that because the baseball season is very long, so little, it's like these bad calls that affect games outcomes, or it's like, well, okay, it's one game, we'll get them next time. But down in like August, September, towards the end of the season, those wins can be very important.
Well, yeah, there was a thing online where like Buster Olney was like, man, the NL East is going to be great this season. And it's like, and it's going to be super tight. And it's like, yeah, these mistakes are going to matter then. If you believe that, then like, that these wins are going to be huge and could be the difference between a play-in game or like winning the division.
Yeah.
And
I mean, just imagine if the Mets have a 1-game lead on the Braves late in the season, it's going to be like, well, we know where that came from.
Right.
and not to mention, this isn't about umpires blowing calls, but the new MLB rule about starting with a runner on second in extra innings, that a friend of the pod, Luke Mayu, referred to as the little leagueization of the MLB. That's already screwed the Braves for one loss. You could argue that, and you'd be correct, that the Phillies took one of their games in Philadelphia because of that rule. Now, both teams have, it's not like it favors one team more than the other, but I do think, I understand the motive behind it, but the more time goes by, the less I like that extra innings rule.
I think maybe a compromise would be like, wait until like the 11th or something to do
Right.
that. Like give them a couple of extra innings of normal play. Because I do agree that like the 14, 15, 16 extra inning games can be tedious and can screw teams up. Like wear out their bullpens and stuff. But
do it like college football, where you get 2 overtimes of regular, and then they force you to go for the 2-point after the second overtime.
Yeah.
Then it's like, we got to wrap this up.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So at that point, it's like, and also like the thing I don't like about it is like, you're going to do it in the regular season, but not in the playoffs. If you're going to do it, you either do it the whole time or you don't do it at all, in my opinion.
Yeah. And also,
Agreed.
It's amazing that we've got all these new rules, and yet we don't have the most popular new chain of universal DH.
Right.
They kept all the more controversial stuff and scrapped the one that everybody was on board for.
It's ridiculous. And yeah, just to add on, talking about the Mets, I do have just a personal tidbit that I enjoyed. I was in because the Mets and the Yankees, and I live in the tri-state area here, so a lot of Mets and Yankees fans. And I was they both had kind of a slow start, slower than expected offensively, and especially Mets fans were upset Saturday because Jacob deGrom had another great start and the Mets offense just couldn't put anything together. So it was another blown start where they lost, even though their ace, probably the best pitcher in baseball, pitched a pretty great game. And I was in a bathroom in Hoboken at a bar, and I heard a Mets and Yankees fans were complaining. And I heard a guy, so earmuff it if you don't like bad words here. Or maybe I'll mute, I'll censor myself, but a Mets fan just said, I hope Edwin Diaz gets hit by a fucking car. So I won't censor myself.
I was gonna say that was the worst censor job ever. You just look down. That still came out.
I'm looking through the soundboard. Okay, I'll redo it so we can so we don't get
we'll fix it in post. It's fine.
Fix it in post. I hope Edwin Diaz gets hit by a car.
There we go.
Yeah.
There you go. But you know what? It's too late. The cat's out of the bag. I said the F word. Sorry about that. But
also, that's pretty extreme.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you get mad. Dansby Swanson gets mad at Braves fans for throwing trash on the field because their own team, got screwed over by officials. And then here's this guy in a bar in Hoboken, New Jersey, hoping one of his own relievers gets hit by a car.
And honestly, I can sympathize with him a little bit because Mets fans have gotten screwed with that. Like that Edwin Diaz trade has been an absolute disaster for them because they traded away like their top prospect and a couple other guys to get Edwin Diaz and Robinson Cano, I think, right? Yeah. And now that prospect, I think his name's Jared Kelenic, is like the Mariners' like future star. So, look, it's bad to wish death upon a baseball player, but
hey, he didn't wish him death. He just said he gets hit by a car.
That's
he
true.
Didn't specify I want him to get hit by a car and die.
Yeah. I could have gone up to that guy and said, could you clarify a little bit? And he said, at a very low speed, I hope Edwin Diaz walks into the traffic and gets hit. I hope
a little startled,
10, 15 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, to be fair, I do understand, you're a Mets fan. Your hopes got raised so high in the offseason with the Steve Cohen buying the Mets, making a lot of promises, talking a lot of trash,
bringing in
about
Lindor.
How much money he's going to spend. They got Lindor. And it's early in the season. I'm sure the Mets are going to do well. I shouldn't go that far. They'll probably do pretty well. But
yeah, it is amazing. The DeGrom thing too is incredible. How they just can never hit when he pitches.
Yeah,
it's that would drive me crazy. But as a Braves fan, it's hilarious.
It's great.
And that's the thing. It's probably a lot of people who, because our new network is based on Long Island. Woo! Probably a lot of Mets fans. Hey, we're going to be honest with you right here from the top. We're not Mets fans, and we do enjoy when bad things happen to the Mets.
But
short of injury, I don't want any of your players getting hit by cars.
No.
But I will say, like, we're not Mets fans. We're putting that out there now. We're cool though with Mr. and Mrs. Met. We have interviewed them on the show, so you can go back. And listen to that.
We might have Mr. and Mrs. Met back on.
They might come back on. So, like, we're not fans of the Mets. But we also aren't like vengeful, spiteful.
No. And
Yeah.
I will say Citi Field, hey, this is my hot take, far superior to Yankee Stadium.
Agreed.
100% agree. I love Citi Field, and I've pretty much always been treated with kindness by Mets fans at Citi Field. So I appreciate that. Although there was one time when one of them told our friend Jack that he had a pube beard.
That's true.
like
I was
a
there
correct
for
statement.
that. I kind of had to go to bat for my friend potentially get in a little skirmish there. I had to throw some barbs back, but in hindsight, he was right. It was a bit of a pube beard.
Yeah, I mean, where's the lie? So can't be too mad.
Yeah, and to piggyback on what you said, Jimmy, Mets fans have always been kind. They're good hosts when you come play there. They know a lot about baseball, and hey, you got to be a true fan after they've taken a lot of punishment from their team.
They've been through a lot over the years, so
it's easy to be a Yankees fan, not so easy to be a Mets fan.
Yeah,
I'll say that.
I will say too, while we're here in the NL East, a video surfaced where it hurt me because I had to join Bryce Harper and be on Team Bryce against when the Braves and Phillies are playing. There was a Braves fan heckling Bryce for no reason in the dugout. And he was like, Acuna is better than you, Acuna. And Bryce had to turn around and correct him. And it's like, that's not how you say his name. It's Acuna. Ronald Acuna. It's not hard. I don't understand why people can't say it. You can pronounce really Game of Thrones characters. You can pronounce friggin' Harry Potter Mufflepuff crap, but you can't say Acuna? Come on, grow up.
Yeah.
It's like, if you really can't grasp the Enye, then just have someone sit you down, put your helmet on you or whatever you need to walk around, and then just write out Acuna with like an NYA. And that's how you would say it.
Yeah, it's incredibly embarrassing that guy's a Braves fan.
I hate it. Yeah.
And he can't pronounce the star player's name correctly. Like, yeah.
And I'll say this, even the Braves broadcast, sometimes they won't put the Enye on the screen. And it's like, I can tell you how to do that. Like, it's pretty easy.
Yeah. Mets fans, you will hear us complain about the Braves broadcast a lot, so you might enjoy that.
Speaking of, real quick, I do want to point out, speaking of complain about Braves broadcast, did you guys see on Friday night where the Braves broadcast brought on the Braves president and CEO, Derek Schiller, a guy I've never heard of?
I didn't know that was the Braves president and CEO.
Me neither, but he came on to defend, or basically to like complain about MLB moving the All-Star game because of that whole voting rights bill. And it was just kind of embarrassing. It was like, whether or not you think that was the right decision is one thing, but it was like he just made the Braves look not great.
Yeah, I actually heard him on the radio broadcast because he came on the radio broadcast right after he was on TV. And yeah, he just sounded very butthurt about the whole thing and kind of whiny. And, sometimes you got to take the high road, bro. And he didn't really do that. So it was kind of embarrassing too.
What are you talking about? Whining about it means Major League Baseball, Rob Manfred will be like, oh, you know what? Actually, let's go back.
Yeah. Our bad, guys.
Oh, he's upset. Never mind. We'll go back.
Yeah. Big mistake. Whoopsies.
Yeah. And the other big baseball story I did want to mention, well, first of all, Joe Musgrove from the Padres threw a no-hitter, which is
the first of the franchise history, I believe.
Yeah. So congrats to him. He's on my fantasy baseball team, which everyone will be thrilled to know. And the other big story was, I think he wasn't the only player, but he's the headline player. Trevor Bauer of the Los Angeles Dodgers had his ball, his baseball that he was using, taken by the umps, and they're investigating it, I guess.
Yeah, for foreign substances and for messing with it. And Dave Roberts, Dodgers manager, saying that Bauer's being singled out. I don't know. For those of you that have listened to the show before, you know how we feel about Trevor Bauer.
My company's payroll compliance needs keep growing.
Sorry, but was that me? No,
that was me.
That was Trevor Bauer hacking into our feed to try to stop this because he's a free thinker, he's a learned man. But I was going to say, Trevor Bauer, we don't love as a baseball player. We like as a musician. We love his rap group. But as a baseball player, we're not huge fans of.
Yeah.
It's a terrific song, Across Space and Time.
Across Space and Time.
Look that up if you haven't. Go ahead, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say it's hard to separate the ball player from the artist sometimes, and you got to do that. It's like Woody Allen, You gotta appreciate the art and not the other stuff he does.
Yeah, and apparently, from what I understand, because he's pretty openly talked about how he uses like pine tar to get extra spin on the ball, and he's like, everyone does this. It's an open secret in baseball. But apparently, there's another substance that I don't know what it's called, but it's even like stickier than pine tar, and it lasts longer. And so they think that's what he and a lot of other pitchers from certain teams use. So it's kind of this thing with baseball where there's constantly people maneuvering and trying to find the competitive edge, more than any other sport, I think.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what that sticky substance is. I don't know if we want to speculate on that. And, this is a family show. So maybe.
Yeah, my gut reaction is maybe we shouldn't, but
But I will say about like people trying to find an edge in sports, that kind of brings us to another one of our topics we wanted to cover. The New Orleans Saints head coach Sean Payton is apparently going to be the subject of a new Hollywood film starring Kevin James
as Sean Payton.
Perfect.
Yes, perfectly cast.
They nailed it.
Winning.
Because Sean Payton's he's a dude from Queens. He's just a guy from Queens.
Oh,
so yeah, it's like a feel-good movie, right?
It's supposed to be. It's very funny because it's like a family film, the way it's described, about Sean Payton and the year he wasn't able to coach in the NFL and had to coach his son's JV team. Aww. So I'm wondering how they're going to explain this in the movie, that he couldn't coach in the NFL because he had egged on a bounty for his players to purposely injure other players on the other team. And that's why he was suspended.
Yeah, I just imagine Kevin James doing some of his classic physical comedy. Trying to explain.
He'll be on like a Segway on the sidelines or something.
Yeah.
And also, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Sean Payton also, I mean, this shouldn't disqualify him, but from having a movie made about himself, but like, didn't he have like a pill thing going on?
Yeah. I think
is it just that he had a pill problem? Is that all?
I think he had a pill problem of some kind. I don't know
which we're not making fun of him for that, but it's just funny how that's going to be explained in a family movie starring a guy who has a career only because Chris Farley died.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to be watching that.
I also wonder if they'll address the Saints cover up of the Catholic Church abuse as well in this movie.
Yeah. There's a lot of.
I bet that'll come up. I bet that'll
come up right away. Kevin James is such a weird choice for the
Kevin
casting.
James weighs like 80 pounds more than Sean Payton.
Also, is Leah Remini cast as Sean Payton's wife in this automatically because they have to work together and everything?
I hope so. I hope it's just shot on the same set as King of Queens.
Sean, we're out of etouffee down here in New Orleans.
I ate it all. I was hungry.
Well, now I gotta make more jambalaya.
Oh no, it's making me fart. Yeah. And also, I feel like we should mention for our new fans too. Friend of the show, Luke Mayu, alerted us to that story, but
and you'll get to know him. He'll be on the show eventually.
Yeah, but he heard about it from none other than Lights Camera Jackson, I believe.
Enemy of the show as well.
Yeah.
If
so
you,
guys,
that's where I get all my entertainment news. Kid critic Lights Camera Jackson. He's been in the game for over 10 years now. If you don't follow him now, or go to lights-camera-jackson.com and check it out for yourself. This kid's been reviewing movies on television since he was, I think, 7 years old.
He was Regis Philbin's best friend up until the end.
Yep.
Of Regis, not Lights.
Yeah, he's still, thankfully, Lights is still with us. Regis, R.I.P.
Friend of the show. He's recurring guest, so go back and listen to those. He didn't go out the way he said he wanted to go out to us. But
yeah,
that's all right. But Regis, I know you're in heaven listening, looking down, and we love you, pal.
We love you, buddy.
Yep.
And I think that the Irish are going to do it this year. Reg.
Notre Dame is what we mean, by the way, not the Irish people.
No, we will see to it that they don't do anything because we are lords.
Yeah.
We control them.
Well, yeah. If they do anything this year, it's probably just going to be a new civil war over there. So things are getting pretty spicy over there. So
they are.
Are they getting
in Northern Ireland? They are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have they? Why are they spicing up again? We don't have to really break down Northern Irish politics.
No. We got like 8 more minutes. Let's break all the details down about this.
Yeah,
you only need like 2 minutes.
I can give you a quick thing of the one little snippet I read. Basically, the Northern Irish Protestants feel like they're getting left behind because of Brexit, and that the UK is neglecting them. So they're out in the streets protesting and rioting and doing crazy shit right now, and tensions. They like burned a bus last week, so
jeez,
it's getting wild up there.
Oh man, all I have to say is whoops, wrong sound effect, sorry. Well, it's too late now. No, but hey, if you're over there in Northern Ireland, a little bit less of this and a little bit more of this. I don't know. I couldn't find anything. Couldn't find any good ones.
Oh God.
But yeah, that's not cool. We don't like that.
No,
it's not good.
But yeah, we're coming up here to the end. We're coming up to the end of the show. We're really excited to be here. We're really excited to be broadcasting with Worldwide Sports Radio Network and to have hopefully new fans checking us out. We're going to be taking calls in the future. With this being our maiden voyage and everything, we weren't able to do it this week, but just we want to put it out there. We're going to be taking some calls. We're going to want to interact. We're going to want to have some chat and have some fun. So be on the lookout for that for sure. Also, I want to give a quick shout out and a quick plug. Our intro theme, which is the best song you've ever heard, written by a good friend of the show, Aaron Schilb, a musician down in Nashville, Tennessee. So check out Aaron Schilb. And our really cool logo behind us here, written by, or drawn, illustrated, created by, designed, sure, all those things by friend Branson Reese as well, who has a book out of comics that are really funny and really talented guy. So make sure you check out Aaron Schilb and Branson Reese. We want to thank them for that. And yeah, I want to thank all the Surfs that came over with us.
And I want to say, I want to second everything you just said. And also, we're not golf guys here, really.
Oh,
although
that's right.
I have
Yeah, the
started
Masters
playing.
happened.
And all I want to say, is just congrats to Hideki Matsuyama, the first Japanese man to win the Masters.
Masters.
Did you see not a great name, but congrats. And you know what you're doing.
Winning.
Did you see the photo of him at Hartsfield-Jackson?
No.
It was so good. It was like he was flying out real, like I think he had a red eye, obviously. It was like really late, and he was by himself in one of those like at the gate of his plane, and there was like no one around him. And he was just like on his phone, and on the chair next to him, he had the green jacket just like sprawled out, like just
nice
put down. It was like, hell yeah, man. That's
crazy.
That's a hell of a move right there. But
big...
yeah, we're not golf guys, but congratulations to him. I mean, Kevin's our golf guy, I guess.
I've now played golf, I think 4 times in my life, and 3 of them were in the last month or 2 months. So
you're an expert.
Kind of a golf guy now. Yeah,
you're an expert.
I'm pretty much an expert. Yeah.
He's our golf expert.
I'm a golf expert. My take on the Masters, those guys are good. And that's it.
They can grip it and rip it, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
But was it good? Just out of curiosity. I know I shouldn't be asking this.
The Masters?
Yeah.
I think so.
Was it like exciting or was it like close? Did he run away with
close? Well, apparently he has a history of kind of choking in big tournaments. And his first shot and his final round, he like shanked it into the woods. And so it was like, uh-oh, here we go. He's going to do it again. And then then after that, he like maintained his lead throughout. And so, yeah, pretty cool.
And also just quickly, of course, Tiger Woods wasn't in the Masters this year. And it came out last week that he was going 40 over speed limit. He was going like 80 something miles per hour when he had his car accident. So they didn't say much else, but who knows what was going on there. But,
get well soon, Tiger.
Get well soon, Tiger.
He's had a rough road, but
yeah, hopefully
last couple years
he can bounce back. But I think that's going to do it for a classic app. Another classic app, a first classic up here. I want to say go Hawks. They're the 4th seed now. And what about that?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Just seconding what Diego said, excited to take this new journey with all of you. And it's going to be fun, Surfs.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And I'm going to alienate some folks here as I go out, but any listeners out there in Minnesota, if you're hitting the streets, please be careful. Please be safe. It's going to be another rough summer, it looks like, but yeah. And solidarity from me, guys.
Sure. And all our new listeners, welcome.
We're excited to have you. And with that, everyone, that's going to do it, I think, for our maiden voyage. Papa bless, and we'll see you here next Monday at 4. If you like the show, tell people about it. And if you don't, keep it to yourself.
Yeah, shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up, or message us, and I'll give you my address, and you come fight me.
There you go. Shirts off fight. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Do current market conditions have you nervous? Our experienced team of financial professionals at Heritage Harbor Financial Associates understands that no 2 investors are alike. We all have different goals, needs, and appetites for risk. That's why the one-size-fits-all approach does not work, especially when planning for retirement. At Heritage Harbor Financial Associates, we analyze your unique investment style so that you can work toward your individual retirement goals on your terms. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates can help you take steps to reach your retirement goals by providing a wide array of financial products to fit your needs, even for the risk adverse. Give us a call at 631-331-6599 to learn more or to set up an appointment with one of our financial professionals. You can also find us on the web at hhfa.org or on Facebook at facebook.com/hhfa.org. Our number again is 631-331-6599. That's 631-331-6599. Investments in stock, bonds, and mutual funds and variable annuities are not FDIC insured and are subject to fluctuation in value and market risk, including loss of principal. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates offers securities through AXA Advisors LLC, New York, New York. Member FINRA, SIPC, and